I feel like a critical part of improving and doing better with the things that you want to do better with is being able to listen to advice selectively. Because, first of all, let me start off by saying that most of the advice that people are going to give you is going to be bullshit. Like, people are going to give you a lot of trash advice. A lot of this advice isn't really even going to be advice, it's just going to be opinions. And you know what they say about opinions, they're kind of like assholes because everyone has them. So a big part of the things that people would say, I would just kind of block out or not listen to. But then when there is something that, for an example, you're maybe not doing as well with as you would want to, maybe it's actually worth considering and maybe it's actually worth listening to other people. Because also you have to kind of keep in mind that you're not going to be able to figure out everything by yourself. And there are going to be people that are going to understand certain things better than you. So like, yeah, I mean, if you're doing exactly what is it that you want to do, and if you're doing well, then you don't really need to listen to other people's advice and you can kind of ignore it. But if there is a field that you're not doing as well with, and then somebody gives you constructive criticism, that might actually be something you might want to consider. And it takes a lot of willpower, because I remember when I was younger, I also had this thing where I didn't really want to listen to other people and I didn't really want to listen to the advice that other people give me. And even if I kind of felt deep down that it makes a lot of sense, I would just kind of like intentionally block it out. But that is not really a good way to move forward, because then you're just going to be like very kind of like closed-minded. You're not really going to like pay attention to anything that is like happening around you, and you're just going to kind of keep on going towards the direction that you're going, even if this might not be the right direction, and even if you could improve the thing that you're doing. So that actually has been a thing that has proven to be very useful, to just like be open to like listening to people. So for an example, like when I'm at the gym, I've been training for a very long period of time now. I do believe that I'm reasonably good when it comes to training. But if somebody tells me something that makes sense, and I kind of deep down know that the thing that I'm doing doesn't really work as well as I would want it to work, then maybe I should try it out. Maybe I should see how it works, and maybe it's going to end up being a good thing, and maybe it's going to end up being an improvement that I actually want to like make. So yeah, I mean, like, it's never really going to be like super straightforward in a sense where there's going to be like one singular way how to do these things. If something that you're doing is working great and you're happy with it, and somebody gives you advice, fuck the advice, don't listen to it. But if there is something that you want to improve, and then on top of it there are people like commenting on it and maybe giving you advice, try to evaluate it, think about it, see if it makes sense or if it doesn't make sense for you. But just don't be like super closed-minded and not listen to anything that people say. Listen, don't always accept, but evaluate and see if it's something that fits or not. Okay, so once again, guys, you know what is the drill for today. So I'm already kind of like pretty much middle way through my day. I've already been at the office. I already had my breakfast. Basically, just came home, just ate my breakfast. So I'm going to be now going back to the office, and then afterwards we have once again a full day of training. Once again, full day of doing everything that I should be doing. Most probably also going to be doing cardio today, because I kind of feel good this week. I mean, it's only the beginning of the week still, but I felt actually quite good and quite strong at the beginning of the week yesterday. So I feel like I'm going to try to do as much cardio as I can this week to just kind of like push the weight down. And then if by the end of the week I get a little bit tired, and if I can't really do the cardio no more, then I'll slow down and then I'll maybe stop doing the cardio. But for now, as far as I can take it, as long as I can do the cardio, I'm probably going to be doing that as well. So yeah, now it's time for me to go back to the office, then it is time for me to go to the gym, and then it is time for me to do the cardio. Also, on a side note, did you guys see the weigh-in today? The weight is flying down quite quickly. And it's expected, because I had a cheat meal like 3 days ago, so for the next couple of days the weight is going to be jumping down quite quickly. But I feel like the key of like going down and weight quicker is just not eating a lot of trash and eating like proper food when you're having a cheat meal, because like the steak that I ate and the mashed potatoes are like flushing out so quickly in comparison to the McDonald's that I ate before that. So that is something that makes me quite happy. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Also, I think it is time for a little physique update. So, I mean, I think that I look good. I am of the opinion that I look quite decent now. But that's also the problem. I think it's just that I look decent and I don't really look as impressive as I would want to look. So I feel like it is probably time to ramp up the calorie deficit a little bit, because we are kind of approaching the final part of the diet, and I feel like it's time for me to like get actually really shredded, because this is decent, this looks like aesthetically pleasing, but it's not really where I want it to be, because like I want to be like dick skin shredded, and I want like all my veins to be popping and stuff like that, and we are still quite far away from that. So I feel like the last couple of weeks I've been kind of like lollygagging, and I've been kind of like stagnating in the same place, just like going up after a cheat day, going down afterwards, once again going up. So yeah, I think it is time to be a little bit more serious with this dieting thing. I mean, I'm already quite serious, but I feel like I can be a little bit more serious. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, so not bad, but still quite a lot of improvement to be done because I need to be leaner. I've always considered myself to be a somewhat of a lazy person, but the more I start doing the stuff that I want to do, the more I start discovering that I'm actually not really that lazy. It's just that I'm very bad at making myself do stuff that I don't really want to do. But as soon as I start doing something that I actually enjoy, and as soon as I start doing something that I actually want to do, then like the laziness completely disappears, and I'm like very good when it comes to being consistent, and I'm very efficient when it comes to the things that I want to do. So for an example, like the gym. Nowadays I almost never skip workouts at all. So like the only times that I would skip a workout is when I'm like literally forced to, when it's like not really optional. And even then I'm kind of like struggling with it, and I'm kind of like struggling staying at home. So yeah, it's just like you kind of have to find the thing that you want to do, and then laziness doesn't really exist. And I feel like this is the case with quite a lot of people. I feel like quite a lot of people that think that they're lazy are actually just in their, not in the correct place, and they're actually just doing the wrong thing. Because I mean, obviously, it's going to be quite difficult to force yourself to do anything if the thing that you're doing is not really something that you believe in, or if it's not really something that you want to do. I feel like that's also the reason why there are so many people out there that are like miserable with their jobs, because they're stuck in a 9 to 5 that they don't really believe in, and the only reason that they stay there is because they get paid a relatively decent salary and it's comfortable, and they don't really know what else is it that they would want to do. But then as soon as they find a hobby, and as soon as they find something that they actually have interest in, all of a sudden they become so efficient and so good. So for an example, at this point, like I'm able to squeeze making like 20 videos a day in a singular day, while also having a job, while also going to the gym, while also cooking, and while also like jogging and doing stuff like that. So I'm really not that lazy. It's just I've mostly, I feel like, been in the wrong place, and now as soon as I found something that I actually want to do, it just becomes so easy. So yeah, it's just like I feel like for you in life to actually find purpose and for you to actually be happy, you just kind of have to pursue the things that you want to do. And with that said, I'm not saying that you should like leave your job and just like completely jump into something completely else that you don't even know if you're going to be able to do, but it's more like you should find time for the things that you actually enjoy, because that way life is just going to become so much more enjoyable. And even if it is you combining your hobby with like a full-time job, which is going to be the most often case, and which is going to be like the most frequent case, it's still good to find things that you actually enjoy, and it's still good to pursue these things, even if it's not really going to be a business, even if it's not really going to bring you any monetary value. Just like the process of doing something that you actually enjoy is already quite a lot, that is already going to do quite a lot for you when it comes to like just generally being more happy. And then when you start doing these sorts of things, it's also like everything else that you maybe enjoy a little bit less becomes much more meaningful. Because for an example, at this point, like I love my job mostly because it helps me to support the lifestyle that I want to live, and I can like train freely, and I can do the things that I want to do. I have some disposable income to buy like the stuff that I want to do, and to buy the stuff that I want to buy. And yeah, sure, I mean, like, it's not like a super high paying job, but it takes care of me. It provides me with everything that I need, and it enables me to do the stuff that I actually want to do, which is like making these videos, which is going to the gym and doing stuff like that. So yeah, I kind of feel like that is the key to you actually like living a nice, chill and a fun life, is just do the stuff that you want to do, yes, but also find something that you actually enjoy doing, and also do a little bit of that. Okay, so the day is pretty much over once again, and once again I am going to still go jogging. Once again, there are still a few things that I need to do today, but basically other than that, the day is over, and tomorrow we're basically going to repeat the same thing over again. I'm very happy with today's weigh-in because the weight is coming down quite quickly, so very excited also to see what the weight is going to be like tomorrow. So yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.